Welcome back. I'm Pratap here. Today is 30 October 2024. In this video, I'm going to generate different supply demand zone reports useful to the premium subscribers. Let's start with finding the stocks near demand and supply zones for different time frames. Starting from half-yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half-yearly demand zone. We got one stock. I'm giving you only few seconds time to watch the report. I request you pause the video, study the report, and then you can further proceed. In case if you does not know how to study or understand this report, I request you complete our training lesson 21.1. In that video, I have explained each and every column, their values, abbreviations in detail. Okay, now continuation to this. For half-yearly time frame, let us find the stocks near half-yearly supply zone. No stocks are available. Next time frame is quarterly. Let's find the stocks near quarterly demand zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Next, for quarterly time frame, let's find the stocks near quarterly supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is monthly. Let's find the stocks near monthly demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next, for monthly time frame, let's find the stocks near monthly supply zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is weekly. Let's find the stocks near weekly demand zone. 7 stocks are filtered. Next, for weekly time frame, let's find the stocks near weekly supply zone. 16 stocks are filtered. Okay, next time frame is daily. Entry time frame daily. Let us find the stocks near daily demand zone. 10 stocks are filtered. Let us identify any high liquidity daily demand zones from this list. Supply is having a high liquidity daily demand zone. That's it. We have only one high liquidity daily demand zone from this list. Next, for daily time frame, let's find the stocks near daily supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Let's check any high liquidity daily supply zones. No, we don't have any high liquidity daily supply zones from this list. Okay, next time frame is 125 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 125 minutes demand zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Next, for 125 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 125 minutes supply zone. 14 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 75 minutes. Entry time frame 75 minutes. Let us find the stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. 13 stocks are filtered. Let's identify high liquidity demand zones, if any. We have Godrej Properties is having a high liquidity. 75 minutes demand zone, already tested 8 times, 12 rejections. You need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone or any high liquidity 5-minute zone to plan your trades. And again we have one more, REC Limited. This is also stocks near 75 minutes demand zone. So we have identified 2 high liquidity 75 minutes demand zones from this list. Okay, next, for 75 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 75 minutes supply zone. So total 18 stocks are filtered. Let's identify any high liquidity supply zones from this list. So far we don't have any high liquidity. So we have only one high liquidity supply zone from the 75 minutes time frame. It is Wipro. Wipro is having a 75 minutes high liquidity supply zone tested once. You need to look for a fresh fine-tuned 5-minute zone to plan your trade. Okay. So this is about daily and 75 minutes high liquidity zones we have completed. Next time frame is 25 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 25 minutes demand zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next, for 25 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 25 minutes supply zone. 4 stocks are filtered. Next time frame is 15 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. 3 stocks are filtered. Let's verify any of these demand zones are having ITF confluence. That is 15 minutes demand zone confluence with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. I'm enabling that filter. 2 stocks are filtered. These 2 are having ITF confluence, stocks near 15 minutes demand zone. Okay, next for 15 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 15 minutes supply zone. 7 stocks are filtered near to the 15 minute supply zone. Let's verify any of these supply zones are having a confluence with ITF supply zone. That is 15 minute supply zone confluence with 75 minute supply zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. Let's verify. 4 stocks. These 4 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means 15 minute supply zones are part of the 75 minute supply zone. Okay, next time frame is 5 minutes. Let's find the stocks near 5 minutes demand zone. 5 stocks are filtered. Some of these demand zones are pierced. 3rd and 5th is already pierced. Okay, now let's verify any of these stocks are having ITF confluence. That is 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. I'm enabling the filter. Only one stock is filtered, but it is a pierced zone. It is not useful. Okay, next for 5 minutes time frame, let's find the stocks near 5 minute supply zone. 11 stocks are filtered. So let's verify how many of these stocks are having ITF supply zone confluence. That is 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence. I'm enabling the filter. We got 2 stocks. Only these 2 supply zones are having ITF confluence. That means 5 minute supply zones are part of the 15 minute supply zone. So this is about stocks near demand and supply zone. Next, let us generate stock NIFTY and BANKNIFTY supply demand zone chain. Let's start with NIFTY. NIFTY 50, starting with monthly time frame. I am generating monthly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. So this is NIFTY monthly supply demand zone chain. Always look into the zone column to find the high liquidity zones. Look into the pierced column to check any of the zones are pierced. And look into the LTF trend to identify the time frame, the trend of the current time frame you have selected. And you know that one time frame higher is ITF, one more time frame higher is HTF trend. This is the way you should understand the remaining reports. And also don't forget to pause the video between one report to another report, because I am giving you only few seconds time. Okay, next, changing the time frame to weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is a daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minute supply demand zone chain for NIFTY. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes, generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. Next time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Nifty. So this is about Nifty supply demand zone chain. Next, let's start with Bank Nifty. That is nothing but Nifty Bank. Let's start with monthly time frame, generating monthly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is weekly, generating weekly supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is daily, generating daily supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 125 minutes, generating 125 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 75 minutes, generating 75 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 25 minutes, generating 25 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. Next time frame is 15 minutes and generating 15 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. And the last time frame is 5 minutes, generating 5 minutes supply demand zone chain for Bank Nifty. So with this we have completed Bank Nifty supply demand zone chain. That means we completed both Nifty and Bank Nifty. Next set of reports are about bullish and bearish trade setups for monthly, weekly, daily and hourly income trades. First let's start with monthly income trade, bullish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at daily time frame, selecting bullish. The daily demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame, setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. That means pierced count is 0. Pierced count 0 means zone is not pierced. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily demand zone. Let's verify. We got 12 stocks. So currently these 12 stocks are supporting bullish trade setup for monthly income trade. That is entry time frame daily. Out of these 12, there could be some high probability supported stocks might be available. How to find them? Let's look for ITF confluence first. LTF and ITF demand zone confluence. That is a daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. 7 stocks out of 11, 7 stocks are filtered. These 7 are high probability supported stocks. And within these 7, there could be even more high probability supported stocks might be available because ITF trend is uptrend. And daily zone is a part of the ITF zone, that is weekly zone. Weekly trend is up and weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence because daily is part of weekly. Weekly is having weekly EMA confluence. It is even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, weekly demand zone with weekly EMA confluence filter is enabled. We got 5. So these 5 stocks are having even more high probability setup supported. Because in all these stocks, daily zone, entry zone is part of weekly and weekly zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Okay, next high probability setup, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. So removing EMA filter, LTF, ITF, HTF. That means the daily zone should be part of weekly, and weekly, both daily and weekly demand zones together are part of the monthly demand zone. That is LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. 3 filters we should set. This is the first one already set. Second one, daily demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence. Third filter, weekly demand zone with monthly demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF confluence, we got 3 stocks. In this, Nestle is also near to the demand zone. It's a low priority, high liquidity zone. Okay, now let's verify out of these 3, any of these zones are having even HTF EMA confluence, because the HTF trend is uptrend and daily and weekly together are part of the monthly zone. If monthly zone is having monthly EMA confluence, it's even more high priority. Let's verify in monthly time frame, monthly demand zone with monthly EMA confluence. All the 3 stocks are having. So they are more even high priority setup supported stocks. So this is about monthly income trade, bullish trade setup. Next, monthly income trade, bearish trade setup, entry time frame daily, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup daily, I am selecting bearish. Daily supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at daily time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum 0. Zone achievement is VOZ. Minimum order enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to daily supply zone. Let's verify. We got 3 stocks. Currently these 3 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for monthly income trade, that is entry time frame and entry zone or daily supply zone. Let's verify any high probability setup. ITF confluence, supply zone confluence. That is a daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence filter is enabled. 2 stocks are filtered. Currently these 2 stocks are having ITF confluence. That means the daily zone is part of the weekly zone. Weekly trend is down. If any of these stocks are having weekly EMA confluence, they are even more high priority setup. Let's verify in the EMA confluence at weekly time frame, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence, because the daily zone is part of weekly. So 1 stock is filtered. This is even more high probability setup supported stocks, because the daily zone is part of weekly. That weekly supply zone is having weekly EMA confluence. Okay, now let's look for even HTF confluence. I am removing this EMA filter. Let's verify LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. 1 filter is already set. This is the one. Second one, daily supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence. Third one, weekly supply zone with monthly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we did not get any stocks. Okay, this is about bearish trade setup for monthly income trade. Next, bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, demand zone in bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes time frame, selecting bullish, and 75 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the 75 minutes time frame, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum order enhancer score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes demand zone, and we got 6 stocks. All these 6 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for weekly income trade, and entry time frame and entry zone are 75 minutes demand zones. And among these 6 75 minutes demand zone, there could be few high probability supported demand zones might be available. Let's verify. The first filter, ITF confluence. That is 75 minutes demand zone confluence with daily demand zone. So I am enabling the filter 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. We got 3 stocks. These 3 stocks are high probability setup supported stocks. Out of these 3, some of the stocks might be having daily EMA confluence. Why daily EMA? Because 75 minutes demand zone is part of the daily demand zone, and the daily demand zone is having daily EMA confluence. That is even more high probability setup. So 75 minutes demand zone with the daily EMA confluence. Sorry for my mistake. This is a daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Because 75 minutes entry zone is part of the daily zone. That's why daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence we are looking for. So one stock is filtered. This is a high probability setup supported stock. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. First I have to remove EMA filter. I removed it. So in the demand zone confluence, 3 filters we need to set. One is already set. That is 75 with daily demand zone is set. Next 75 minutes demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence. Daily demand zone with weekly demand zone confluence with all the 3 filters. LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence. We got 3 stocks. In all 2 stocks. In all the 2 stocks, 75 minutes demand zone is part of the daily demand zone. Both together again part of the weekly demand zone. And moreover, both the 75 demand zones are high liquidity demand zones. EMA confluence, no need to check because both the stocks are having HTF trend sideways. Sideways, EMA confluence does not add any extra advantage. Okay, next let us look for bearish trade setup for weekly income trade entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone, bullish or bearish trade setup at 75 minutes. I am selecting bearish. 75 minutes supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 75 minutes, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. And zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum order enhance score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 75 minutes supply zone. Let's verify. We got 7 stocks. All these 7 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for weekly income trade. That is entry time frame 75 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. 75 minutes supply zones, we need to take our entry. But within these 7, there could be even more high probability setup supported. There could be high probability setup supported stocks. First, let's look for ITF supply zone confluence. That is 75 minutes supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. I am enabling that filter. So with this filter, how many stocks will filter? Let's verify. Out of 7, 5 stocks are filtered. All these 5 stocks, the 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. And daily trend is a downtrend, that is ITF trend. Because 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone, and if the daily supply zone is having EMA confluence, daily EMA confluence, there are even more high probability setup supported stocks. So in the daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence, because 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. One stock is filtered. This supply zone is a high probability setup supported stock. Okay, now let's verify LTF, ITF and HTF confluence. I am removing EMA filter. LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. We need to set 3 filters. First filter is already enabled. Second filter 75 minute supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. Third filter daily supply zone with weekly supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we got 3 stocks. In all the 3 stocks, daily supply zone is part of the 75 minute supply zone is part of the daily supply zone. Both together again part of the weekly supply zone. That means everything is part of weekly zone. And weekly trend is down for first 2 stocks. If in these 2 stocks, if any of the weekly EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, weekly time frame, weekly supply zone with weekly EMA confluence. Why weekly supply zone? Because the daily 75 minutes and daily together part of the weekly zone. That's why we are looking for weekly EMA confluence. All the 3 are having, but the third one we can ignore because the trend is sideways. But remaining 2 are having trend downtrend. They are high probability. Escorts and IDFC First Bank are high probability setup supported stocks. Of course, third one is also high probability. Compared to third, first and second are even more high probability. And all the 3 supply zones are having high liquidity zones. 75 minute supply zones. Okay, next let's look for bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone, and in bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes I am selecting bullish. 15 minutes demand zone should not be pierced, so in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame I am setting minimum value 0, minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone, minimum odd enhanced score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes demand zone. 2 stocks are filtered. Currently we have only 2 stocks that are supporting bullish trade setup for daily income trade, that is entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. Among these 2, how many are having ITF confluence? Let's verify. In the demand zone confluence, 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence, filter is enabled. Both the stocks are having ITF confluence. That means the LTF zone is part of the ITF zone. That means 15 minutes demand zone is part of the 75 minutes demand zone. And 75 minutes trend is uptrend. If any of the 75 minutes demand zones are having a daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. Let's verify in the 75 minutes. Why 75 minutes demand zone? Because 15 minutes demand zone is part of the 75 minutes demand zone. That's why 75 minutes demand zone is having daily EMA confluence. We are verifying. So none of the stocks are having daily EMA confluence. Okay, fine. Next, let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Earlier, LTF and ITF confluence, we got 2 stocks. Out of these 2, any stock is having even HTF confluence. Let's verify. 3 filters we need to set. This is the first one already set. Second filter, 15 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. Next, third filter, 75 minutes demand zone with daily demand zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, we got 1 stock. So this is a high probability setup because 15 minutes entry zone is part of the 75 minute zone. Both together again part of the daily zone. And the daily trend is also uptrend. HTF trend is also uptrend. Let's check if it is having daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter is enabled. Now that is not having any daily EMA confluence. So this is about bullish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Entry time frame is 15 minutes. Entry zone is supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 15 minutes, I am selecting bearish. The 15 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 15 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated opposing zone. Minimum odd enhanced score 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 15 minutes supply zone. Now let's verify. We got 9 stocks. All these 9 stocks are currently supporting bearish trade setup for daily income trade. That is entry time frame 15 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. So among these 9 15 minute supply zones, there could be some high probability supported stocks might be available. Let's verify. First combination, LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. So in the supply zone confluence, I am enabling the filter 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. With this filter, we got 9 stocks. In all these 9 stocks, the 15 minutes entry zone, supply zone is a part of the 75 minute supply zone. And 75 minutes means ITF. ITF trend is down. If any of these 75 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes supply zone with daily EMA confluence, we got only 1 stock. So GNFC, this 15 minute supply zone is a high probability setup supported stock. Because 15 minute supply zone is part of the 75 minute supply zone, and 75 minutes trend is downtrend, and 75 minutes supply zone is having daily EMA confluence. Okay, next let us look for LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence. I am removing EMA filter. Earlier how many we got? 9 stocks, right? LTF, ITF, we got 9 stocks. Among these 9, how many are having even HTF confluence? So in the supply zone confluence, already first filter is enabled here. Second filter, 15-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. 75-minute supply zone with daily supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we got 4 stocks. In all these 4 stocks, the entry time frame 15-minute supply zone is part of the 75-minute supply zone. Both together again part of the daily supply zone. So these are the high probability setup stocks. And HTF trend is down. If any of these 4 stocks, if we have daily EMA confluence, that is even more high probability setup. Daily demand zone with daily EMA confluence. Daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Why daily supply zone? Because the 15-minute supply zone together with 75-minute supply zone are part of the daily supply zone. That's why we are looking for daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, daily time frame, daily supply zone with daily EMA confluence. We got 4 stocks. So that means all these 4 stocks are high probability setup supported stocks. All these 4 supply zones are having daily EMA confluence. And moreover, first 3 are high liquidity supply zones. One is low priority, high liquidity, remaining 2 are high priority, high liquidity supply zones. But all these supply zones are high probability supported because they have daily zones are having daily EMA confluence, and also daily trend is downtrend. So this is about bearish trade setup for daily income trade. Next, let us look for bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone, demand zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I am selecting bullish. The 5 minutes demand zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count at 5 minutes time frame, I am setting minimum value 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minutes demand zone. Let's verify. We got 13 stocks. All these 13 stocks are currently supporting bullish trade setup for hourly income trade. Let's verify how many of these stocks are having high probability supported. Let's look for LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. That is, demand zone confluence. The 5 minutes demand zone with 15 minutes demand zone confluence. Filter is enabled. Out of the 13, we got 12 stocks. In all these 12 stocks, the 5 minutes demand zones are part of the 15 minutes demand zone. If any of these 15 minutes demand zones are having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence at 15 minutes time frame, 15 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence, we did not get any stocks. Okay, next let's look for LTF, ITF, HTF confluence. Remove the EMA filter. In the demand zone confluence, 5 minutes with 15 minutes demand zone is already enabled. Next, 5 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. 15 minutes demand zone with 75 minutes demand zone confluence. Filters are enabled. With these 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF demand zone confluence, we got 4 stocks. In all these 4 stocks, so 5 minute zone is part of the 15 minute zone. Both together again part of the 75 minutes demand zone. 75 minutes HTF. HTF trend is up for only HR motor. If this is having any daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability. Let's verify. Remaining 3 are a sideways trend. Sideways EMA confluence is there. It does not add any extra advantage. So in the EMA confluence at 75 minutes time frame, 75 minutes demand zone with daily EMA confluence filter, we did not get any EMA confluence for demand zones. Okay, next let us look for bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes, entry zone, supply zone. In bullish or bearish trade setup at 5 minutes, I have selected bearish. The 5 minute supply zone should not be pierced. So in the pierced count, 5 minutes time frame, minimum value I am setting 0, maximum value 0. Zone achievement violated, opposing zone, minimum odd enhancer score is 12. All the 3 filters are applied to 5 minute supply zone. Let's verify. We got 12 stocks. All these 12 stocks are supporting bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. Entry time frame 5 minutes entry zone, supply zone, 5 minute supply zones. In these 5 minute supply zone, there could be some high probabilities setup supported supply zones are available. Let's verify. Now, first let us look for LTF, ITF zone confluence. In the supply zone confluence, 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence, filter is enabled. With this filter, we got 9 stocks. Out of 12, 9 stocks are having the 5 minutes supply zones are part of the 15 minute supply zone. And in this 15 minute supply zone, the ITF trend is a downtrend. If they are having any daily EMA confluence, it is even more high probability setup. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, at 15 minutes time frame, 15 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence. We did not get any stocks. No problem. Next high probability setup, LTF, ITF, HTF. Earlier we got 9 stocks, right? Yeah, out of 9. This is a LTF and ITF supply zone confluence. Out of these 9, how many are having HTF confluence? So in the supply zone confluence, already 5 minute supply zone with 15 minute supply zone confluence filter is enabled. Next 2 more filters, so 5 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence, 15 minute supply zone with 75 minute supply zone confluence. With all the 3 filters, LTF, ITF, HTF supply zone confluence, we got 5 stocks. In all the 5 stocks, 5 minute supply zone is part of the 15 minute supply zone, both together again part of the 75 minute supply zone. And in all the 5 stocks, the 75 minutes trend is a downtrend. If any of these 5 stocks are having 75 minute supply zones are having daily EMA confluence, they are even more high probability setup supported stocks. Let's verify. In the EMA confluence, 75 minutes time frame, 75 minute supply zone with daily EMA confluence filter, we got 1 stock. So this stock is even more high probability setup supported stock, because 75 minute supply zone is having daily EMA confluence, and also the 75 minutes, this is the 5 minute supply zone. Entry time, this is the entry zone. The entry zone is also high liquidity zone. So this is about bearish trade setup for hourly income trade. With this, we have completed all the income trades. And in the final report, let's verify stop buffers based on daily ATR. These are the daily ATRs. First 17 in this list are indices. Remaining all are equity stocks. So I'm scrolling the list down. Whichever the stock you want to refer, there you please pause the video. I'm scrolling the list down. So this is the end of the report. Hope this information will be useful to you. Let's all meet again in our next video. Thank you.